Hey guys, Hayden here again from Alarm System Store, and today I thought I would show you guys how to install the daughter cards in the new IQ5 system. The IQ5 comes with PowerG embedded now. However, that leaves both daughter card slots open on the back so that you can install your own daughter cards. So I have one of the SRF wireless frequency cards, and I also have the Ethernet card, and I'm going to show you guys basically how to plug those in and then how to test them on the system. So to get started, basically you're just going to want to have your panel completely depowered. Make sure your backplate screw is loose, and then pop the backplate off just like so. So once you have the backplate off, this big empty space right here is where the daughter cards fit in. Your SRF cards are always going to go in the left slot, so it's going to use this screw pin and this 8-pin connector right here. And then the Ethernet card goes in the second slot, so it would go right here. So once we get these open, we'll go ahead and install them. So whenever you get these, they are typically going to have the screw as well as the daughter card together. The Ethernet is the only one that has them separate. Basically, you get the Ethernet card and then this other baggie that comes with the screw. So, and just get both pieces out. And then with the daughter card, all you're going to do, you're going to find the 8-pin connector on the back, and you're going to match that up with the EX2 slot, the second slot, like I told you. And once you have that stuck in there, just push it down so it is seated all the way, and then it lines up perfectly with the screw pin right there. So just take your little screw and your screwdriver and get that locked into place. So that is the Ethernet card done. So now we're going to take our SRF card, and all three of them, no matter what SRF frequency you get, function the same way. It is basically just this simple card with an antenna attached to it. And what I meant earlier by the screw being included is, if you look right here, the screw is already attached to the daughter card. However, it's just sitting in there loosely. So when you open these, you do have to be careful, because even myself, I've dropped that screw a couple times, and they're very small, so they are very easy to lose. So generally what you want to do is set it off to the side while you're messing with attaching the daughter card itself. Now, straighten out your antenna just a little bit so it's not in the way. And then on the back, again, you're just going to find the little 8-pin connector, and you're going to stick it in here. The SRF cards are a little bit more tricky because you do have to kind of slide it in on the lift before it will fit into the 8-pin connector. But once you have it, you just get it fully seated, just like so. And then this little metal shield just kind of sits on the edge of the card like so, and that kind of routes the antenna. But make sure both holes for the metal plate and the daughter card line up with your screw hole, and then same thing, just stick your screw in and tighten it down. And before you walk away, just make sure they are both fully seated. Just push on the top right of the cards right here. Make sure the 8-pin connectors are all the way pushed in. And then once you're done, you can take your back plate and you can route the antenna a couple ways. So there's a little hole on the side here that you can stick the antenna through if you want to, or you can route it through the big main hole in the back if this is going to impede something else. However, before you actually fully attach the back plate, make sure that you also get your power adapter connected. So we're going to stick that in here and plug in our barrel connector. Get that attached, and then you just tighten up your screw here, and you are done physically installing the daughter cards. So now all you gotta do is test the system to ensure that it recognizes them. So give me one moment to boot this system up, and then I will show you guys how to run the test. All right, so we got the panel booted up, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into your settings here. So bring down your drop-down menu, click settings, and then click on advanced settings. Now you do need at least the installer code or the dealer code to be able to access the daughter card test. You cannot do it with the master code. Default installer is 1111. Default dealer code is 2222. So plug in either one of those, and then go into the system tests section, and then from there find the daughter card test. So once you click on that, it will show you all the cards that it believes should be plugged in. So you can run the test on them. Run the Z-Wave test, Power G test. Those are both embedded in the main board, so those should work. And then the 433 is what we added, as well as the Ethernet. So they both pass. So we're good to go. And now our system is able to enroll both Power G and 433 megahertz wireless devices, as well as connect an Ethernet cable. Now, one thing to note about the Ethernet connector is it does stick out the back a decent amount. So take that into account whenever you're setting this up. If you want to have the Ethernet connected and you're going to mount this on a wall, make sure you have enough space cut out in the wall where you're mounting this, or however you're going to do it. You can attach it to a gang box if you want to, whatever works best for you. However, just make sure that you account for that sticking out. Ethernet cables are fairly stiff, so it's going to stick out a little bit further than that. So, and you don't want to bend Ethernet too much, otherwise it could affect your internet connection. But anyway, that is the basics of how you install daughter cards on the IQ5. You can do the same with either the 319 or the 345 megahertz card, like I said. However, any SRF card is going to go in that left slot in the back. So you cannot have more than one SRF daughter card attached to an IQ5 at a single time. Basically, it is Power G and one other wireless frequency only. That second slot is only for the Ethernet card currently. So, anywho, hopefully that was informative. If you guys have any questions, by all means leave them down below. However, that's going to do it for me. So if you guys don't mind, leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.